Welcome back students. Here chemistry teacher Jyotsna Thorat, Department of Chemistry, New English High School and Junior College. Today we will start last lecture of coordination chemistry, that is part 5. Let's see the topics of chapter: introduction, types of ligands and terms used, classification of complex and nomenclature, EAN rule, isomerism in coordination compounds, stability of coordination compound, and today's topic is theories of bonding in complexes and its application. Today we are at the verge of ending this chapter. Before we are going to our topic, did you remember the shape of this orbital? Yes, these are the S, P, D and F orbital. Okay, spherical shape for S orbital, P it is having dumbbell shape. Okay, and this S and P we have seen in 11th standard. These are the D orbital, these are the F orbital. Okay, D and F is having complicated structures. So S it is for the sharp, P for the principal, D for diffused and F for fundamental. So these are the shapes of orbitals S, P, D and F. Let's start with our topic, that is CFT. CFT means crystal field theory. Okay, this theory was originally proposed by Hans Bethe in 1929. He explained the nature of bonding in ionic crystal. Later on, the theory was applied by Scalf and Penny and also Van Melk to account for the magnetic property of transition metal ions and their complexes. So the theory received considerable favor from coordination chemistry and also largely replaced balanced bond theory in treating coordination compounds. Let's see the assumptions of CFT. The first assumption is the interaction between metal ion and ligand is purely electrostatic. When ligand approach to metal ion, they create crystal field around the metal ion. Crystal field splitting parameters, that is delta O, O is for the octahedral complex, depends on strength of ligand. Let's see one by one assumptions of CFT in next slide. The first assumption is the interaction between metal and ligand is purely electrostatic. Let's see what is actually this. Okay, see, this is the D orbital, that is dx square y square, dz square, dxy, dyz, dzx, and these are the shapes of D orbital. Okay, these D orbitals are having equal energy. All D orbitals are having same energy. Okay, equal energy. So that's why they are called as degenerate. Means they are having same energy, equal energy. The word we are using, the word that is the degenerate. Now you know that is the central metal atom or ion is surrounded by the various atoms or groups, that is called as the ligand. मतलब मेटल के अराउंड जो भी रहेंगे वो क्या होते हैं, लिगैंड्स होते हैं. लिगैंड आइदर कैसे होगा, नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड होगा या फिर न्यूट्रल होगा. ओके, द न्यूट्रल लिगैंड्स मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एटम पॉइंट्स टूवर्ड्स सेंट्रल मेटल एटम. मीन्स न्यूट्रल लिगैंड क्या होगा, मोस्ट इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एटम. हियर यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजन है तो यहाँ पे लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा. वाटर है, यहाँ पे लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा. ये किसकी तरफ रहेगा, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम की तरफ. सो देयरफॉर मेटल आयन एंड लिगैंड आर ट्रीटेड एज अ पॉइंट चार्जेस. तो मेटल और लिगैंड को हम लोग क्या ट्रीट करते हैं, पॉइंट चार्जेस. द इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन द इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑफ मेटल एंड द लिगैंड इज प्योरली इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के बीच में जो भी इंटरेक्शन होता है, मेटल के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और लिगैंड के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, ये प्योरली कैसे होगा, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक होगा. अंडरस्टूड. ओके, लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट assumption. When ligand approach to metal ion, they create a crystal field around metal ion. जैसे लिगैंड मेटल के पास आएगा वो क्या करेगा, क्रिस्टल फील्ड क्रिएट करेगा अराउंड द मेटल आयन. लेट्स सी, these are the shapes of d orbital. Okay, dx square y square dxy dz square dyz dzx. When we merge this, when we collect this, we will get like this structure. Okay, means they are having a sphere like structure, we can say. This is central metal atom, and these are the symmetrical field due to the degenerate orbitals. Degenerate orbitals means with the equal energy, and equal energy orbitals which are creating a symmetrical field. But when ligand is approached to central metal atom, what happens? The electrons of central metal atom and those of ligands repel each other. पहले क्या होगा? There is attraction between positive charge metal and ligand. Ligand may be negative or neutral. Okay, neutral ligand में lone pair of electrons रहेंगे. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा? They attract with metal. Okay, towards the metal. Then after some time, the electrons of ligand and electrons of central metal atom, they repel each other and energy level get disturbed. Like this, कुछ एनर्जी लेवल्स अप साइड में जाएंगे और उसको कंपेंसेट करने के लिए कुछ एनर्जी लेवल लोअर साइड में जाएंगे. सो वी कैन से सिंपली देयर इज अ नॉन सिमेट्रिकल फील्ड इज क्रिएटेड. सो हियर देयर इज अ नॉन सिमेट्रिकल फील्ड, एंड because of this it creates a loss of equipotential sphere, and because of this degeneracy is also lost. Equal energy है क्या यहाँ पे? नहीं है, up and down. Okay, so because of that there is a degeneracy is lost and d orbital gets split. This implies that there is a splitting of d orbitals. So d orbital क्या हो जाएगा? Split हो जाएगा दो energy levels में. ठीक है, like this, dx square y square and dz square, dxy dyz and dzx. ओके, अभी हम लोग नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में देखेंगे ये ऊपर क्यों गए dx square y square z square और ये नीचे क्यों आए. ठीक है, now understood up to this. Okay, next slide is, let's see the next assumption, that is crystal field splitting parameters, that is delta O. O किसके लिए है? फॉर ऑक्टाहेड्रल. इज डिपेंड्स ऑन स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ लिगैंड. तो क्रिस्टल फील्ड स्प्लिटिंग किस पे डिपेंड रहेगी? स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ लिगैंड पे. सी दिस इज अ डायग्राम. हियर देयर इज अ एक्स एक्सिस, देयर इज अ वाई एक्सिस एंड जेड एक्सिस. ओके, नाउ these are the light blue one is dz square orbital, this dark one is dx square y square orbital, dyz orbital. और भी planar orbitals रहेंगे, that is dxy and dzx. Now see here, these are the ligands which are approaching towards the central metal atom, and this is directly on the in the direction of ligand. Directly ये क्या है? एक्सेस पे है. So obviously they are affected more. ओके, तो इनमें रिपल्शन क्या होगा? सबसे ज़्यादा होगा. सो ड्यू टू रिपल्शन अलोंग द एक्सिस मेटल ऑर्बिटल एक्वायर द ईजी एनर्जी लेवल्स. जिसमें ज़्यादा रिपल्शन होगा, जो डायरेक्टली एक्सिस पे रहेंगे उसमें ज़्यादा रिपल्शन होगा, तो ऑब्वियसली दे आर हैविंग अ more repulsion, or because of that they are acquire a energy level Eg. And see here, these are having a less repulsion. Okay, in between the axis है ये, in between the axis है. See this is a red one. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या है? ये axis है. Okay, z axis and this is y axis, this is x axis. in between जो भी orbitals है उसमें क्या होगा? lesser repulsion होगा. Because of that the orbital placed in between the ligand experience a less repulsion, hence acquire energy so as to bring net energy to the previous level, that is T2G level. Okay, so simply we can say d orbitals lying in the direction of ligand are affected to the larger extent. ये जो है ये क्या है? ज़्यादा affected होंगे, directly excess पे है इसके लिए. And those who are lying in between the ligand are less affected. They are less affected. Due to this repulsion, the orbital along the axis of ligands acquire higher energy, that is Eg, and while orbitals lying in between the ligand acquire a lesser energy due to lesser repulsion. So that is the T2G energy level. Understood? Okay. Just we have seen which orbital is having higher energy level and which orbital is having lower energy level. These are the degenerate orbitals of equal energy. Okay, degenerate means equal energy. This is under crystal field of degenerate d orbitals. These are the upper energy level Eg and these are the lower energy level. dx square y square z square dz square dxy dzyz and dzx. These are the two separate energies, Eg higher and T2g is lower. This is the reason हमने अभी देखा कि along the axis and between the axis के कारण ये जो है हायर एनर्जी में चले जाते हैं. ओके ये क्या है, डायरेक्ट एक्सिस पे रहते हैं, इसलिए हायर एनर्जी लेवल में चले जाते हैं, और यहाँ पे ये क्या होते हैं, लोअर एनर्जी लेवल्स में आते हैं. अंडरस्टूड. नाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड. स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड कौन से होते हैं, जिनके डोनर एटम कार्बन, नाइट्रोजन एंड फॉस्फोरस होंगे. और स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड होगा तो ये जो स्प्लिटिंग होगी, ये स्प्लिटिंग कैसे होगी, लार्ज स्प्लिटिंग होगी. दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल, साइनाइड, नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सी, कार्बन, okay, CO, NH3, EDTA, EN. These are the strong field ligands. Now weak field ligands. This is delta is smaller as compared to the energy required for pairing of electron. Means weak field ligand में ये delta कैसे होगा, smaller होगा as compared to the energy required for pairing of electron. The donor atom of weak field ligand are oxygen, halogen and sulfur. These are the weak field ligand. Now the electrons filled in d orbital is strictly according to the Hund's rule. एक्चुअली हुन्स रूल किसके लिए अप्लाई होता है, स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड या वीक फील्ड, वो हम लोग बाद में देखेंगे. फिलहाल यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर फील्ड इन डी ऑर्बिटल अकॉर्डिंग टू द हुन्स रूल. फर्स्ट ऑक्युपाई द ऑर्बिटल्स विथ लेस रिपल्शन दैट इज द T2g लेवल. मीन्स ये लोअर एनर्जी लेवल है, तो ऑब्वियसली ये पहले इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे फिल होंगे. This theory does not consider orbital overlapping for bond formation. Hence, it is ruled out the possibility of covalent character of complex. Means CFT covalent character पे focus नहीं करती है, जो VBT ने किया था. VBT किससे related था, covalent coordinate bond, okay? But CFT जो है वो covalent character को consider करके नहीं चलती है, okay? So CFSC depends on the nature and number of ligands and geometry of the complex. That is, this crystal field splitting is depend on nature of ligands, number of ligands and geometry of complexes. इसके ऊपर ये CFSC depend होता है. Understood? Now just see for the octahedral complex. Octahedral complex is having how many ligands? 6 ligands, and they are at the 6 vertices of regular octahedron with metal at center. metal कैसे रहेगा, center में, और 6 vertices पे ligands रहेंगे. Just we have seen this diagram. Now this is considered for the example, that is CO NH3 6. NH3 किस type का ligand है, strong है, weak है? Yes, it is a strong ligand. Okay, so it is having an electronic configuration. Cobalt with 3+ oxidation state is having outermost shell d orbital में 6 electrons है. Okay, D6. Now these are the degenerate. Degenerate means having equal energy. This is under crystal field. After that, they are in two levels, that is T2g and Eg. Here see, electrons are filled in T2g level only. They are not going to the Eg level. Here, it does not obey the Hund's rule. Hund's rule क्या बोलता है कि हर एक ऑर्बिटल में पहले एक एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जाना चाहिए, उसके बाद पेयरिंग स्टार्ट होनी चाहिए. बट हियर if the strong ligand is there is a larger splitting, and therefore the pairing is start over here only. Okay, therefore here in strong field ligands there is a Hund's rule is not following. Okay, Hund's rule यहाँ पे follow नहीं होता है. See, splitting of dx square y square and dz square gains some energy and excited to higher energy level in order to compensate repulsion from लिगैंड. ये क्या होता है, ऊपर चले जाते हैं, इसके लिए कंपेंसेट करने के लिए वो क्या करते हैं, ओके, हायर एनर्जी लेवल इन ऑर्डर टू कंपेंसेट रिपल्शन फ्रॉम अ लिगैंड. ऑल्सो DXY, DYZ, DZX लूज एनर्जी फॉर द सेम एंड लोअर द एनर्जी लेवल. ओके, d orbitals, that is dx square y square dz square dxy dyz dzx are initially at the same energy level. पहले ये सब सेम एनर्जी लेवल पे थे. The two orbitals, that is dx square y square z square, need to gain energy equivalent to the 3 lowering orbital. ये जो तीनों नीचे वाले ऑर्बिटल है इसके इक्विवेलेंट होना चाहिए. इसके लिए क्या होगा, these are the total 5 energy levels. So 3/5 delta 0 नहीं, octahedral complexes delta O is equal to 0.6. okay, and similarly ये जो है एनर्जी लेवल्स कितने हैं, 2. So obviously for that 2 by 5 delta 0 is equal to minus 0.4. The magnitude of delta 0 is depend on strength of ligands. Okay, magnitude किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगी? स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ लिगैंड पे. Hence here F is a weak ligand and NH3 is a strong ligand. Okay, so therefore it depends on the strength of ligand. Understood? Just see for the tetrahedral complexes. अभी हमने देखा octahedral के लिए. Now see this, consider this is a diagram. In that tetrahedral मतलब कितने ligands होंगे? 4 ligands. Okay, in tetrahedral complexes 4 ligands occupy the 4 vertices of regular tetrahedron. These are the 4 vertices of regular tetrahedron. metal जो होगा वो क्या होगा? सेंटर में होगा. ligands are not placed on the axis. ligands axis पे है क्या? नहीं है. Okay, hence repulsion along the axis is very low. तो इनका रिपल्शन कैसे होगा? वेरी लो एंड हाई फॉर द प्लेनार ऑर्बिटल्स. और जो प्लेनार ऑर्बिटल्स है उनके लिए वो क्या होगा? हाई होगा. लाइक हाई रिपल्शन that is for planar orbital, that is dxy, dyz, dzx orbitals gain energy and it is lifted up, means energy level is raised up. Okay, just see the diagram. In this is the example for NiCl4, complex charge is 2 minus and nickel is having oxidation state 2 plus. So these are the total electron, a total 8 electrons in d orbitals. This is under crystal field. Okay, this is a weak field ligand. So here apply the Hund's rule. Okay, Hund's rule apply होगा तो इलेक्ट्रॉन पहले हर एक शेल में, हर एक ऑर्बिटल में एक एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा, उसके बाद पेयरिंग स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. नाउ सी व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन टेट्राहेड्रल एंड octahedral. See, this is the main difference. The Eg energy level is containing dxy, dyz and dzx, and T2G level is containing dx square, y square and dz square. Okay, this is the reason along the axis is having a lower repulsion and high for the planar orbitals. So this is the main reason. There are dxy, dyz and dzx is lifted up and these are at the lower energy levels. Understood? Okay, now just see the comparison between tetrahedral and octahedral complexes. Okay, now see, this is a tetrahedral example and this is the octahedral example. The main difference is that the energy level is changed, that is 3 planar orbital and axial orbital gets changed. Okay, here in tetrahedral complexes the 3 planar orbital at Eg levels and here there are 2 axial orbital at T2G level, and that is reverse way in octahedral complexes. There are these 2 axial orbitals at Eg level and these are at a T2G level. Okay, here see, this is a strong field ligand and because of that there is a crystal field splitting is larger in this complex, and here we are using a weak field ligand, therefore this is the lesser splitting. Okay, crystal field splitting, this is the major difference in here. And the CFSE, that is crystal field splitting energy, is lower in tetrahedral complexes, that is 4 by 9 of the octahedral complexes. Understood? Magnetic property. Magnitude of crystal field splitting also determine the magnetic property of complex ion. See, this is the example we have seen. Titanium with hexadentate ligand and having 3 plus oxidation state. It is having only 1 electron, therefore it is paramagnetic. This is the next example. FeF6 3 minus charge, FeCN6 3 minus charge. Okay, now see, the electronic configuration of Fe is 3d5, orgon with 3d5 means d orbital में कितने electrons होंगे? 5 electrons, so d5. Now see here, FeF6, it is a high spin complex. It is called as high spin complex and this is called as a low spin complex. Why it is called as high spin complex? Because F is a weak ligand. It is a weak ligand. F is a weak ligand and therefore this is a lesser crystal field splitting, and this is called as low spin complex because it is a strong field ligand and having a greater extension of crystal field splitting. Now here there is obeying a Hund's rule, means in each orbital there is a 1 electron first field and after that start the pairing. Okay, so high spin complex is following a Hund's rule, but in low spin complexes it is not obeying a Hund's rule. ओके, एनर्जी डिफरेंस ज़्यादा होने के कारण, ओके, ये गैप ज़्यादा होने के कारण फर्स्ट वी विल फिल द ऑर्बिटल्स. ओके, नीचे वाले ऑर्बिटल्स में ही हम लोग पेयरिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं. सो दिस इज द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. ओके, सो वीक फील्ड जो लिगैंड होंगे वो कौन सा कॉम्प्लेक्स देंगे? हाई स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स. एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड्स इज given the low spin complexes. Now just see how we can fill electron in high spin and low spin complexes. Just see the example D4, okay, D4, D5, D6 and D7. okay, in low spin complex and high spin complex. low spin complex में हम लोग lower energy level में ही pairing start करेंगे, and high spin complex is following a Hund's rule, therefore we are filling the electron in each orbitals. Okay, same for D5. okay, here 1 2 3 and then start the pairing. okay, 4 5 and here 1 2 3 4 5. okay, D6 में पहले यहाँ पे हम लोग first 3 electrons and then start the pairing. Here there is a 1 2 3 4 5 and then start pairing. okay, हर ऑर्बिटल फील होने के बाद, okay, उसके बाद यहाँ पे क्या होता है? पेयरिंग स्टार्ट होता है. नाउ सेम हियर D7 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then electron enter into the higher energy level, and here there is a 1 2 3 4 5. okay, single electron in each orbital and then start the pairing. okay, understood? And simply we can say the high spin complexes is following the Hund's rule and low spin complexes is not following a Hund's rule. okay, color in coordination compound. ट्रांजिशन मेटल कॉम्प्लेक्स शोज वाइड रेंज ऑफ कलर्स. ट्रांजिशन मेटल क्या करते हैं? बहुत सारे कलर्स दिखाते हैं. एंड कलर इन कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड आर एक्सप्लेन बाय CFT. CFT ने ये एक्सप्लेन किया. लेट्स सी द एग्जांपल. इन दिस एग्जांपल टिटेनियम इज हैविंग ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट 3+ and this is hexadentate ligand. The geometry of this complex is octahedral. It is purple in color. Titanium with 3 oxidation state is having electronic configuration orgon and 3d1. Means it is having only 1 electron in D shell. Let's see diagrammatically. This electron is undergoes the lower energy level, that is T2G level. It is a T2G level. Now higher energy level is empty, that is EG level is empty. If light corresponding to blue and green region is absorbed by the complex, it would excite the electron from T2G level to EG level. क्या होगा? ये जब भी लाइट एब्सॉर्ब करेगा तो ये क्या करेगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्साइट करेगा. कहाँ एक्साइट करेगा? T2G लेवल से लेके EG लेवल में, मतलब लोअर एनर्जी लेवल से लेके हायर एनर्जी लेवल में क्या करेगा? एक्साइट करेगा. एज ए रिजल्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री पर्पल कलर अपीयर. तो अपने को जो दिखेगा वो कौन सा कलर होगा? पर्पल कलर. द कलर ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड इज ड्यू टू व्हाट? इट इज ड्यू टू व्हाट? बिकॉज ऑफ द DD ट्रांजिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन कैन बी एक्सप्लेन बाय द क्रिस्टल फील्ड थियरी. ये क्यों हो रहा है? देयर इज अ लिफ्टिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम T2G लेवल टू EG लेवल, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ DD ट्रांजिशन. सी दिस इज अ एब्जॉर्ब्ड color, that is blue green. okay, so this is a complementary color, that is a purple color. ठीक है, so this is a color in coordination compound. It is because of what? Because of DD transition of electron. Understood? okay, next topic is factors affecting to CFT. first factor is strength of ligand. ligand किस तरह से है? strong ligand है कि weak ligand है, इसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. ठीक है, now magnitude of crystal field splitting is depend on the strength of ligand. magnitude of crystal field splitting किस पे डिपेंड करेगा? that is the strength of ligand. means strong ligand approach closer to central metal atom which results in large crystal field splitting. अगर ligand strong है तो जो splitting होगा वो कैसे होगा? large होगा. Simply we can say the nature of ligand is also affect the degree of splitting of d orbital. मतलब आपका ligand किस तरह से है ये डायरेक्टली कहाँ पे इफेक्ट करेगा? आपका splitting of d orbital. लिगैंड्स हैविंग लेस स्प्लिटिंग मीन्स ये कौन सा लिगैंड हो गया, वीक लिगैंड. वीक लिगैंड का स्प्लिटिंग कैसे होगा, लेस स्प्लिटिंग होगा. एंड वेयर एज दोज विद द ग्रेटर स्प्लिटिंग और लार्जर स्प्लिटिंग आर नोन एज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड. तो स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड का क्या होगा, स्प्लिटिंग लार्ज होगा एंड और वी कैन से ग्रेटर होगा. एंड वीक फील्ड लिगैंड का स्प्लिटिंग कैसे होगा, लेस होगा. सेकेंड, दैट इज द ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ मेटल. That is, the metal with the higher oxidation state or higher positive charge is able to draw ligand closer to it and than lower one. जिसका higher oxidation state होगा वो obviously वो metal के क्या होगा, पास होगा as compared to the lower one. And this leads to the higher value of delta. ये किस पे इफेक्ट करेगा, डेल्टा के वैल्यू पे. Thus metal in higher oxidation state result in larger separation of T2G and EG sets of orbital. और यही ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट क्या होगा, जो लार्जर सेपरेशन ऑफ T2G एंड EG सेट्स ऑफ ऑर्बिटल. नाउ सी द एग्जांपल. ओके, डेल्टा O, that is octahedral complex for CONH36 with the 3+ oxidation state is greater than the CONH36 with the 2+ oxidation state. So obviously ये क्या है, greater है as compared to this because of the oxidation state. Here that is 3+ and here that is the 2+. Understood? Next is applications of coordination compounds. First, that is biological importance. There are several coordination compounds play significant role in number of process occurring in plants and animals. ऐसे बहुत सारे प्रोसेस है जिसमें कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड अपना इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. लाइक क्लोरोफिल प्रेजेंट इन प्लांट्स इज अ कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑफ मैग्नीशियम. हीमोग्लोबिन present in blood is a complex of iron, and vitamin B12 is a complex of cobalt. So these are the biological importance. Like chlorophyll present in plants is a complex of magnesium, hemoglobin is a complex of iron, and B12 is a complex of cobalt. Next is medicinal field, that is medical importance. We have seen this, that is cisplatin is a complex of platinum is used in the treatment of cancer, and EDTA is used for the treatment of lead poisoning. So these are the complexes which we have used in medicine. Next is, that is hardness of water. Why hardness of water? Why the hardness of water is due to the presence of which ions, that is calcium and magnesium. The hexadentate ligand, that is EDTA, form a stable complex with calcium and magnesium and can be used for the estimation of hardness of water by simple titration method. Okay, so these are the hardness of water we are using EDTA. Okay, this is the hexadentate ligand. Next is electroplating. Electroplating means it is one of the type of coating. Usually stable coordination complexes on dissolution dissociate to small extent and furnish a control supply of metal ion. ये क्या करता है, कंट्रोल सप्लाई देता है मेटल आयन का. When the coordination complex are used, the ligands in the complex keep metal atom well separated from each other. The coordination complex are used, the ligand in the complex keep metal atoms is well separated from, metal atoms को क्या करता है, अलग अलग separate करता है. And these metal ions form a protective layer on surface. ये क्या करता है, एक लेयर बनाता है. For example, certain cyanide complexes, that is KAgCN twice and KAuCN twice, find applications in the electroplating of noble metals. These are the noble metals. Which metals? That is silver and gold. So this property of complex has been used in the electroplating of these metals. I hope you understand whatever I taught in coordination chemistry. You can do the exercise which is given in your textbook. Okay, thank you so much.